Hi YouTube, and welcome to a video by the Unlucky Lads. This will detail the raid intel skips and black box locations on critical, regular and low for the Project Titan raid on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Thank you for the support of our channel. We really do love it all and hope people continue to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or even donate using the link in our description. We still make these raid intel and black box videos for you every week, and it's your views, likes and comments that genuinely motivate us to keep making them, which allows you to quickly complete the raids and collect the black boxes as soon as the Project Titan week begins. For critical this week, the modifiers will be Darkest Night, Limited Health Regen and Juggler. And using the intel skips you can begin by destroying 4 panels at Satellite Dish. This will open up the circle for Baal at the chemical refinery, and beating this boss will allow you to head into Sector 2. For Gargoyle you'll need to press 4 nodes simultaneously, 2 at Forgotten Sanctuary, and 2 at Testing Zone. And Supercomputer will require you to defend the node in the bunker of Missile Site Ruins. You can now fight both Titans in Sector 2, Gargoyle at Testing Zone, and Supercomputer at the building in the sea, before moving into Sector 3. Cerberus involves collecting 1 intel from Red Phoenix, before interrogating the breacher at Scandium Mine, then inputting the password he gives you into the node at the bottom of Lava Duct, and finally defending the node at the top of Lava Duct. Doing all of this will give you access to Cerberus at the top of Lava Shield, where you can complete the raid this week. And if you're looking for the raid chests, there are 2 in Sector 1, the first at Ancient Harbour and the other at Chemical Refinery. Then there'll be 2 more in Sector 2, the first at Salamander and the other at Missile Site Ruins. And finally there's 2 more in Sector 3, the first at Red Phoenix with the last one being at Lava Duct. Now, we'll recap the critical modifiers for this week's raid. Sometimes the modifiers won't affect you too much, but other times it pays to know what they are, so you don't forget about them, which can cost you time in completing the raid. Next, we have the summary for this week's critical intel trail. We know some teams try to speedrun the raids each week, so if that's something you like to do, let us know your time in the comments below. For everyone else, we hope our videos help you so you can finish the raid and earn your rewards. Moving on to regular and low, there are no modifiers and it does just use last week's critical intel and black box locations, which means you need to start by defending the smoky node at Heliport. This will give you access to Baal at the chemical refinery, and after beating the tank Titan, you can advance into Sector 2. Gargoyle requires 2 intels at Salamander, then the interrogation of the sniper at Camp Phoenix, and lastly inputting the password he gives you into the node at Testing Zone. And Supercomputer just requires 4 nodes at Missile Site Ruins to be pressed together. Once you've beaten Gargoyle at Testing Zone, and Supercomputer at the building in the sea, you can move into Sector 3. Cerberus requires 2 intels at Red Phoenix, and a further 2 intels at Scandium Mine, one using your drone in B2, and the other is a pickup. Next you need to destroy 3 panels of Prototype Workshop, before finally putting 4 hands-on nodes at No Man's Land. This will give you access to Cerberus at the top of Lava Shield, where you can complete the raid. And if you're looking for the black boxes this week, there are 2 in Sector 1, the first at Chemical Refinery and the other at Heliport. Then there'll be 2 in Sector 2, the first at Camp Phoenix and the other at Missile Site Ruins. And finally there's 2 more in Sector 3, the first at Prototype Workshop with the last one being at No Man's Land. Now let's take a quick look at the regular and low recap, which as you can see is just last week's critical raid, but without the modifiers and is slightly less difficult. Bear in mind you can still get some awesome rewards playing both of these raids, but only regular will have level 300 drops, because low has a maximum of level 250 for gear and guns. That's all for now. We hope you've enjoyed our intel and black box video enough to leave a like and comment, plus subscribe or donate if you haven't already. Please also continue letting your friends know about our channel, because all of your support helps motivate us to make our content. So until next time, peace out, the Unlucky Lads.